Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the TFT patch 9.17 tentative changes that they came out with today. They are subject to change, but we'll get a grip on what is going to be sort of the new meta depending on how big the nerfs and buffs are. So let's just get right into it. First of all, the brand new champion that's coming out is going to be Pantheon, and he's looking pretty strong so far. His ability is his ultimate Grand Starfall. His ultimate, Pantheon leaps into the air, then crashes down on the furthest enemy, stunning them and dealing percent max health damage to everything in the way. It should be a pretty good ability, and along with that, he will be a Dragon Guardian 5 cost unit, so you'll begin to get him. You'll have a 0.5% chance at level 6, and it will grow up until level 9, with a 10%, I believe, chance to get him at level 9, and he will be pretty good. And if he's paired with another dragon and another guardian, he will gain 83% magic immunity, and he will make allies gain 50 armor. So it's honestly looking pretty OP right now. Armor and MR, really tanky, huge ultimate. It's gonna be good. I cannot wait to try him out. And side little thing, assassins are getting adjusted. I have no idea what their plan is here, but next Wednesday we will know for sure what it is. Well, let's just get right on to the buffs then. So, buffed characters, here we go. So, Shapeshifters are getting buffed, including Jace, who is the Hextech Shapeshifter, Nidalee, who is the Wild Shapeshifter, and Shyvana, who is a Dragon Shapeshifter. I think shifters are already in a pretty good spot, with 6 of them being paired together. You get 120% extra max health added on, and you gain that health when they transform. Or if they're paired with the demons, the demon shapeshifter comp is really good. So, depending on these buffs, it could be the new meta, not even including Pantheon coming out. Pantheon's debut, with Shyvana being a dragon, getting buffed to get the dragon bonus on top of it all. So, moving on to the next buffed character is Lissandra. Now, Lissandra buff, I can see why they're doing it, because this champion almost kind of seems out of place in this game, and they need to change the ability, or something needs to happen with Lissandra. But a buff is a good start to make the already strong comp in Elemental Demon Shifter, and it'll make it better early game now, because before you replace Lissandra with Anivia. As for the next character, Champion Warwick is getting buffed, but brawlers have been nerfed almost every patch so far after they got their buff, and so brawlers are kind of gutted. And I see this mostly as a wild comp buff, and it seems to pair well with the buff that Gnar got last patch. So maybe a wild comp would be better, because Nidalee is also getting a buff. Along with that, the last buff that is on these changes, this list, is Yordles. Yordles are getting a buff, and it seems like a good time to give them a buff, as everyone has forgot about them. They were meta for like maybe one patch there, and then they buffed brawlers and nobles, and they kind of got destroyed by those two comps single-handedly, so no one's really been going 6 Yordles, but maybe this change will be big enough to bring them back into the meta. It's hard to believe it though. As that's it for the buffs on this list of changes, so let's get on to the nerfs. Let's quickly go over them. Leona is the first nerf. It looks like they are nerfing her stun at 2 stars because someone commented on the post and the dev kind of gave a little hint, a little smiley winky face that that's what they are going to do. Seems they're preparing for Pantheon being released and being played a lot since he's a new character. A lot to do with Pantheon being a guardian, so a hit to Leona just makes sense as she has strong CC and is a tanky character by herself. But moving on to Swain. Swain is getting a nerf. It was bound to happen. We all saw this coming. Hence why my last few comp videos have all had a Swain in them. He is pretty strong, so I bet he will still be strong considering 3 other shapeshifters are getting buffed. Depending on how much they are nerfing Swain, we will see. Along with Swain getting nerfed, here is an interesting change they are making with healing items and healing reduction, aka grievous wounds. So Bloodthirster and Hextech Gunblade are taking a hit along with grievous wounds, so indirect hits to champs with no healing without items like Bloodthirster and Hextech, aka Draven and Rengar, but it is kind of a buff to natural healers like Nidalee, and guess what, Swain, it's kind of a buff to him because grievous wounds was good into Swain. But Swain also used it, so who knows. And last but not least, Nobles are on this list to get nerfed. Nobles are still the best late game comp along with Imperials, so this is probably why they're getting nerfed, and it should shake up the meta if this nerf is substantial. Although I still see Nobles being played because, well, we'll see what the nerf is when it comes out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is the patch 917 tentative changes. It looks like a good patch, honestly. I mean, I didn't see Shapeshifters needing a buff, but hey, it seems like the new meta is on the horizon. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave that like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace, guys.